Hi students, welcome to Nellad Voice YouTube channel. Students, today's class carbon resistors. In this video, you are going to learn about carbon resistors. Students, this is a picture of the carbon resistor and it is also used in our laboratory. What are carbon resistors? Carbon resistors consist of a ceramic core on which a thin layer of crystalline carbon is deposited. Students, this is a picture of the carbon resistor. It consists of a ceramic core on which a thin layer of crystalline carbon is deposited. Here, these carbon resistors are inexpensive, stable, and compact in size. Okay, the carbon resistors are cheap, stable, and compact in size. The color rings are used to indicate the value of the resistance of the resistor. In carbon resistor, it has three colors. These colors are used to indicate the resistance of the resistor. In these three colors, the first two colors indicate the significant figure. The third color indicate the decimal multiplier after them. Students, here the first two color is used to know the resistance of the resistor, and it is also indicate the numerical value of the resistance. The third color is used to indicate the decimal multiplier after them. Students, this is a color coding for the resistors. Here for the black color, as a number it has a value is 0, as a multiplier it has a value is 1. For the brown color, as a number it has a numerical value 1, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 1. For the red color, as a number it has a value is 2, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 2. For the orange color, as a number it has a value is 3, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 3. For yellow color, as a number it has a value is 4, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 4. 10 power 4 means that is 10,000. Okay. For a green, as a number it has a value is 5, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 5. For a blue color, as a number it has a value is 6, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 6. For a violet, as a number it has a value is 7, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 7. For the grey, as a number it has a value is 8, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 8. For the white color, as a number it has a value is 9, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power 9. Okay students, so in this resistor at the other side, that is the right side, it is also colored by gold or silver. Sometimes there is no colors on the right side. For the resistor, if it is has the gold color means, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power minus 1, and it has the value of the tolerance is 5%. Okay, so here it is also given as a fourth color on a carbon resistor. The fourth color is indicated by the gold, silver. Sometimes there is no colors. If it is indicated by the gold, it shows the tolerance of the resistor. The tolerance value is 5% for a gold color. Suppose if it is indicated by the silver, as a multiplier it has a value is 10 power minus 2. Here the tolerance of the resistor is 10%. Suppose there is no color indicate on the resistor, it has a tolerance of the resistance of the resistor is 20%. Students, based on this tabular column, now I am going to teach how to determine the value of the resistance of the resistor. Okay, so one resistor is given in your book. Okay, the picture of the resistor is given in your book. So according to that picture, here this resistor, carbon resistor, is indicated by the four color. The first color is green, second color is blue, third color is orange. The tolerance colors, that is the fourth color, is gold. Okay, right? So already we know that the first two color of the resistor is indicate the significant figure. The third color is indicate the decimal multiplier after them. The fourth color is indicate the tolerance. Okay, students. So based on this, we know that the green color and the blue color is indicate the significant figures. We know that the green color, it has the value is 5, the blue color, it has the value is 6. So we can write that is 56. For the orange, it is a third color, it is indicate the decimal multiplier. As a decimal multiplier, it has a value is 10 power 3. So we can write that is 56 into 10 power 3 ohm. Okay, that is a ohm is a unit for the resistance. So 56 into 10 power 3 ohm, it can be written as 56 kilo ohm. So finally, the tolerance color is gold. Already we know that for the gold, it has a tolerance value is 5%. So we can write the value of the resistance of the resistor is 56 kilo ohm with the tolerance value 5%. Students, next topic is temperature dependence of resistivity. The resistivity of a material is dependent on temperature. It is experimentally found that for a wide range of temperatures, the resistivity of a conductor increases with increasing temperature. Students, already in lower class you studied, if the temperature is increases, the resistivity of the material is also increases. If the resistivity is increases means the conductivity of the conductor is decreases. Already you studied in lower class, if the temperature is increases, the resistivity is increases. So it is experimentally found that for a wide range of temperatures, the resistivity of the conductor increases with increase in temperature. So according to the concept, we can give in expression the resistivity of the conductor at a particular temperature rho T is equal to rho naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Here the rho T means it is resistivity of the conductor at a particular temperature. The rho naught, it's give the resistivity of the conductor at reference temperature. Usually here it is noted at a temperature 20 degrees Celsius. Next, alpha. Alpha is a temperature coefficient. Here the T means that is the temperature of the conductor. T naught means that is a reference temperature, that is 20 degrees Celsius. Students, from this expression, we are going to calculate the values of the coefficient of temperature of the conductor. So the coefficient of temperature of the conductor alpha, it can be calculated by using this expression. So in next step we can write that is rho T is equal to, we can multiply the rho naught inside means it will become as rho naught plus rho naught alpha T minus T naught. We need to calculate the values of the alpha. So in next step it can be written as rho T, this values it will become as minus rho naught is equal to rho naught alpha T minus T naught. So from the values we can calculate the values of the alpha. Alpha is equal to rho t minus rho naught divided by, what is the remaining values? Rho naught t minus t naught. Okay students, so this is a values of the temperature coefficient. Here the temperature coefficient is given by alpha is equal to rho t minus rho naught divided by rho naught t minus t naught. Here what is the meaning for rho t minus rho naught? Already I told to you, here rho t means that is a resistivity of the conductor at a particular temperature, minus rho naught means resistivity of the conductor at a reference temperature 20 degrees Celsius. So we are calculating the difference between the resistivity of the material at a different temperature. So that is a change in resistivity of the conductor divided by rho naught into T minus T naught. What is the meaning for T minus T naught? That is the difference between the temperature of the conductor. So it can be written as change in temperature del T. So students, already I told you where del P is equal to rho T minus rho naught is the change in resistivity for a change in temperature. Del T is equal to T minus T naught. So its unit is per degree Celsius. Its unit is per degree Celsius. So next, the temperature dependence of resistivity for a conductor. It is also explained by the graph. We are taking the temperature in x-axis, resistivity in y-axis. When the temperature is increases mean the resistivity of the conductor is increases. It is also given in a graph. Okay, whenever the temperature is increases, the resistivity of the conductor is increases. So it is given straight line. Next, even though the resistivity of conductor like metal varies linearly, like this, it is varies linearly for a wide range of temperatures. There also exists a non-linear region at a very low temperature. Okay, at a very low temperature, it exists a non-linear region. Then the resistivity approaches some finite value as the temperature approaches absolute zero. Okay, when the temperature is reached to zero, now the temperature is zero, here the resistivity is reached to finite value. It is reached to finite value. Okay, it is not reached to zero. The resistivity is not reached to zero. It approaches a finite value. So this is a diagram. This is a graph for the non-linear region at a low temperature. Non-linear region at a low temperature. Okay. So as the resistance is directly proportional to the resistivity of the material, we can also write the resistance of the conductor at a temperature T degrees Celsius as RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. From the resistivity, we can give the formula for the resistance. As the resistance is directly proportional to the resistivity, we know that. Okay, the resistance is directly proportional to the resistivity. So we can write the formula for the resistance at a particular temperature. RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Okay students, I hope that you understood. Okay, so here the resistivity is directly proportional to the resistance. Okay, so we replace that equation by resistance, that is RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Next, the temperature coefficient can be also obtained from the relation. We can write the RT is equal to multiply the R naught inside means that is R naught into R naught plus R naught alpha T minus T naught. Okay, in next step we can write that is RT minus R naught is equal to R naught alpha into T minus T naught. Okay, students. So from this we can write the RT minus R naught is equal to alpha into R naught T minus T naught. So we can calculate the values of the alpha means alpha is equal to RT minus R naught divided by R naught into T minus T naught. Here we know that the RT minus R naught means there is a difference between the resistance of the conductor, that is del R, that is a change in resistance of the conductor at different temperature. Next one is divided by R naught T minus T naught means there is a change in temperature. So we can write alpha is equal to 1 divided by R naught del R divided by del T, where the del R means there is RT minus R naught, it is a change in resistance. During the change in temperature, del T is equal to T minus T naught. Semiconductor. For semiconductor, the resistivity decreases with increase in temperature. Okay. So for the conductor, I told you if the temperature is increases means resistivity is increases. For the semiconductor, the resistivity is decreases when the temperature is increases. Okay. If the temperature is increases, the resistivity of the semiconductor decreases. So as the temperature increases, more electron will be liberated from their atom. More electron liberated from the atom. So the resistivity is decreases. Hence the current increase. So the resistivity of the semiconductor is decreases. Okay. So when the current increases, the resistivity of the semiconductor decreases. A semiconductor with a negative temperature coefficient of resistance is called thermistor. That is called a thermistor. Okay. So a semiconductor with a negative temperature coefficient, the value of the alpha is in negative. So if the semiconductor it has the value of negative temperature coefficient of resistance is called thermistor. Here this is a graph for the temperature dependence of resistivity for a semiconductor. Okay, so here the temperature is increases. It is taking x-axis. When the temperature is increases, here the resistivity is also decreases. The resistivity is decreases. Here this tabular column explain the temperature coefficient of some of the material. Like for the silver, it has a temperature coefficient alpha is equal to 3.8 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For the copper, it has a temperature coefficient 3.9 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For a gold, it has a value 3.4 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For aluminium, that is a 3.9 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For tungsten, it has a values 4.5 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For the iron, it has a values 5 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For platinum, it has a values of 3.92 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For the lead, the temperature coefficient is 3.9 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For the nichrome, it has a temperature coefficient is 0.4 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For the carbon, it has a temperature coefficient minus 0.5 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For germanium, it has a temperature coefficient minus 48 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. For silicon, it has the values of temperature coefficient is minus 75 into 10 power minus 3 degree Celsius inverse. Students, the electrical conductivity is noted by letter sigma is equal to n e square tau divided by m. From the definition of the resistivity, we know that as the resistivity is inverse of electrical conductivity. The resistivity is the inverse of the electrical conductivity. So it can be written as the resistivity rho is equal to 1 divided by sigma. You know the values of the sigma, so it is substitute in this equation means rho is equal to m divided by n e square tau. Okay, from this equation we can understand the resistivity of the material is inversely proportional to the number of electron, that is n. Okay, so the rho is inversely proportional to the number of electron present in a conductor. So next, the resistivity is inversely proportional to the average time between the collision. Okay, the tau means that is the time taken for the collision. So the resistivity is inversely proportional to the average time between the collision. Okay students, in metal, if temperature increases, the average time between the collisions decreases and n is independent to temperature. Okay, so the number of electrons present, that is independent to the temperature in a metal, and if the temperature increases in a metal, the average time between the collision is decreases. In a semiconductor, when the temperature is increases, the n increases, the number of electrons present in a conductor is increases, and the time taken by the electron to the collision is also decreases. In a semiconductor, the tau decreases, but increase in n is dominant than decrease in the tau, so that overall resistivity decreases. Okay, here the number of electron is increases, but the time between the collision is decreases, so overall the resistivity is decreases in a semiconducting material. Students, based on the concept of temperature dependence of conductor, now I am going to teach superconductor. Here, what are superconductor? The resistance of certain material becomes zero below certain temperature. This temperature is known as critical temperature or transition temperature. The material which exhibit this property are known as superconductor. Students, when the temperature of the conductor is changes at a particular temperature, the resistance of the conductor becomes zero. If the resistance is zero means the conductor is changed to superconductor. So that temperature is known as a critical temperature or transition temperature. The material which exhibit this property are known as a superconductor. This phenomena was first observed by Hammerling Onnes in the year of the 1911. He found that mercury exhibits superconducting behavior at 4.2 Kelvin. The temperature of the mercury at 4.2 Kelvin, it exhibits the superconducting property. It was observed by Hammerling Onnes in the year of the 1911. Since the resistance R is equal to 0, current once induced in a superconductor, since R is equal to 0, that is the resistance is equal to 0, current once induced in a superconductor persists without any potential difference. It is persist in a conductor without any potential difference. Thank you, students.